Okay guys, now when we have code from last tutorial and we do know how to work with inheritance, let's learn about protected access level. So first we are going to construct generic empty container for characteristic of main like height, let's say. Hopefully I said that correctly in English. Anyway, protected access level. And here we're gonna have integer because that's data type for height, I think. Okay, so let's have it empty for now. So the whole purpose of this tutorial is to see how to protect specific part of the code in such a way that only secondary, those classes who inherit from primary classes can reach it. So here we just have Blanco container. Okay, so here we're gonna construct method to fulfill it with void like a set height, and we are working with integer, and let's use age here to represent any real data, and we're gonna flush that data into container. Okay, age, and of course we need to change this report method here accordingly. So cout and height and actual data, and let me test code. Will it work now? Okay, without usage down there. Okay, so here's the situation. If you're working with integers and you don't set it like immediately, you're gonna have some kind of garbage in that container, and that's fine if you're writing some throwaway programs. But if you're working with complicated stuff, then set your default starting positions in containers. Anyway, let's use here true object, of course, that specific method to fulfill that container by, of course, stating object and then dot, and see in listing we have this as offer. And we are working with integers, so let's type some measurement in centimeters, let's say, depends in what kind of in which part of the world you are. And now the thing will totally work. There you go, you have a result. Now here's the question, why this protected area is important. As I said, if you want that thing to be shared, be used with dedicated secondary classes, you're gonna put it into protected method. Also, you can have this multiple times public sections, but that's kind of stupid. Still, it will work. Check this out. Public, and now the thing will totally work. But it's kind of random, Why to double things? Now here's the thing. If you transfer public or protected into private, you're gonna run into errors. Because the whole purpose of private is to very, very strictly limit that code to be used just in that class and nowhere else. So just imagine if you have for some reason private here, then that thing will remain in these kind of borders, between these imaginary borders. I'm using just brackets to think about that, but yeah, that's how I think. Right, so moral of the story, yes, you can have multiple public sections, but it's stupid. And another thing is, you can have and you must have protected area if you want to protect specific things from splitting into outside world. And if you want something very, very stable inside those imaginary borders without option to split into outside world, then you will use private. So just remember that in C++ you have 3, as they say in the books, access modifiers. I think they are using that terminology. Okay guys, that's pretty much it. Nothing special and nothing scary in this tutorial. Now you know 3 of these if you need them, when you need them. Thank you for watching as always. See you next tutorial.